Hi, and welcome to the Name Game and Other Stuff. Come on in.
Scissors and string. Soon it will be spring.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 73 of the Knitting Game and Other Stuff. I'm Leslie, your host, and today is August 7th, 2013. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back to me. I took a little unscheduled midsummer's break, so we've got a lot to catch up on and just a little bit of time to do it, so let's get into it. First of all, if you would like to keep in touch, if you're so inclined, you can reach me on sites like Ravelry, Plurk. Those are probably the two biggest. I love Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys are doing and vice versa. And I'm on Plurk as well, and you can find those links to get in touch with me in the show notes, and those are on myordinaryjourney.com. If you notice, I am sitting down this week. It has been a trying week so far, and it is only Wednesday. To catch up a little bit and why I was out. 2 weeks ago on the 24th, I wasn't feeling up to snuff. When I do the show, I want to give 110% of myself to you guys. And if I don't feel that, I'm not going to put together something that I just don't think is going to be representative of who I am. So I decided to skip doing the show. I just was not up to snuff. So I skipped 2 weeks ago recording, and then last week I had a work commitment. And if you're wondering what the deal with my eyes is, I've got some junk in there and it's making my vision cloudy. Sorry about that. So last week I had a work thing that had me in the office super duper early, and since I record before work, I didn't get a chance to record last week. So we're back. It's been a 2-week break. So what's been going on? Nothing really crazy and out of the ordinary. I've had my niece and nephew from Florida up. They are over at my sister-in-law's house, so that's been something we've been doing, was hanging out. And I went to Luray a few weekends ago, and they went to DC last weekend on Saturday. I had a guild meeting, so I didn't go, but they seemed to have a really good time at the zoo and all that stuff. So been busy with family, of course, getting ready for the school year to start while the kids aren't ready for it yet. My daughter's doing the final little bit for getting ready for college this fall. Cringe. And my son is going to be a sophomore this year. One of my nieces is a senior, and my other niece is going to be a freshman. So we've got, in the family that's close, three of them are in high school this year, so it's going to be an interesting year. And why I'm sitting today. Normally I like to do the show standing up. That gives me a little bit of freedom to move around a bit, and you get to see my hands flail when I talk with my hands. But I have hurt my back pretty bad, I think, actually. I went to training on Friday like usual, and I had some issues at training, but we addressed them immediately, and I felt fine. Not like that first time I trained where, it was like horrible and I was laid up for all weekend. No, we addressed the issues. I rolled. It's called a peanut. It's 2 lacrosse balls taped together with some tape, and it goes nicely up your spine along those erector muscles. And I have a sciatic problem, so I thought it was just the muscles being tight. So we worked that out, and it was fine. Saturday, I was fine completely all day. Sunday, I get up, I take a shower, and throughout the day, we went over, we did a mini Indian buffet for my family. My sister-in-law made butter chicken and rice and naan, and my husband made bygone barto, which is like a mashed eggplant dish. Oh my god, it's so good. And I made chana masala, which are curry chickpeas. So we had this mini Indian buffet for the family over at my sister's house, and all through the day my back just got tighter and tighter and tighter, and it was really bad, to the point where Sunday night I actually took a muscle relaxer. I have Flexeril, and I took one, which I never do. So Monday I was like a zombie all day. Yesterday it was still bad, and last night I thought got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and when I went to go lay back down, it was such horrid pain that I actually started weeping. I woke my husband up crying. It was very bad, and he's like, do you need to go see the doctor? I'm like, well, if I feel like this in the morning, yeah, I'm gonna go see the doctor. Well, thankfully things have seemed to kind of relax a little bit. It still hurts, but it was nothing like in the middle of the night last night. That was just crazy pants. I don't think I've ever woken up in the middle of the night crying because of a pain. You know, they do that scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt. Well, 10 would be childbirth for me. So this was like a 7. I mean, this was getting up there. It was pretty bad. So I have some back issues right now, as I'm going to take it easy. Alright, so that's like the 2-week wrap up. Alright, so I want to say welcome to some members of the Knitting Gang group on Ravelry. We have 3 new members, and right now, when I just checked right before recording, we're up to 190. When we hit 200, I will have a membership milestone giveaway. I'm sure it'll be a bag, one of my bags, and that'll be a lot of fun. So I would like to say hello to Rorda, and that's Renee. And Renee was at Zombie Knit Apocalypse. She's a friend of iRock Knits. So Corey and Renee, hi guys, and I'll see you guys again at least within a year, I think. Hint, hint. Then we've got Amy Loris and Hi Mountain. So welcome to the group, and I hope you guys enjoy. And we have some birthdays. Now, hopefully I got everybody. There was only 2, and I can't believe that there's only been, 2 birthdays, past and present, from when I wasn't recording. But I think I grabbed everybody. So, Rain Knits Wa, Ray, and Natalie Ford. Natalie, happy birthday, guys. I think it's a little belated. Sorry. But I hope you had a great day. So some shout outs and announcements this week. Remember how I was talking about the Fredericksburg Spinners and Weavers Guild? I'm just going to call them the Guild. From here on out, the Guild. Not the Guild, the show that makes a parody of World of Warcraft. Not that guild. My guild. Our cookbooks came in. So I wanted to show you what the cookbooks look like. And we still have them for sale. So here is the cover. Hopefully you can see that. So they are really spectacular. They came out so nice. The little dividers, see breads and rolls. We used baskets, so basket weaving, bread baskets. That was kind of cute. Let's see. Main dishes. Oh, I like that. You're cooking up stuff and then you're dyeing yarn and fiber. So that's the general theme of the cookbook, It's got some really great recipes in there. There is, you can get an electronic version with this as well. So if you can get the hard copy version of the book, keep the electronic version for yourself and give the hard copy away, or vice versa. And they're $15. If you want a cookbook, just let me know, and I can procure it for you and send it out. I might actually use these as one of the gifts for a giveaway if you're so inclined, if you're a cooking type person. So that's really great fun. That was a fun project and I'm glad we did it. The guild, I'm trying to start with the help of another member, a spinning study group. So if you're local to the area and you're a spinner and you want to learn more and hone your craft, go to the Fredericksburg Spinners and Weavers website. That's fswguild.org, and there's a little survey there, and we're going to try to put together a study group for spinning and focus on that as an art form. And then, as some of you may know, yesterday it was announced that Zombie Knitpocalypse 2014 will indeed, in fact, take place next year. I already put it on my calendar, and I already told people at work that I'm going to take that time off. Even not knowing it was going to happen, I was already planning for it to happen. So I have my leave figured out and everything, because I have a trip to Hawaii next year in May for my 20th anniversary. So right after we get back from Hawaii, I'll be jetting off to Minnesota again, so that'll be good. Alright, so events coming up. On the 24th of August, Spin Quest Adventure Retreat in Front Royal, Virginia. I am confirmed. I will be there, and it will be loads of fun. I need to get stuff off my bobbins, so I have some bobbins to use. The Let's Stitch charity knitting event that the Guild hosts yearly. It's the 3rd annual Let's Stitch. That will be on October 12th this year. It's a Saturday. And then preceding Let's Stitch, 2 weeks before, we've got the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival, and that is September 28th and 29th. And the Virginia Fall Fiber Festival at Montpelier, Virginia, and that is October 5th and 6th. So a lot of good stuff going on. All right. Now that that's over, let's get into the knitting game. So who would have thought that in August you would still be seeing stash procured at Zombie Knitpocalypse? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my final Flash Your Zombie Stash show, and this package was called And the Man. So I will start off with the yarn. This is 716 knits, 716 twist, and this, I believe, is called Man Girl Fairy. So it's got these purples and creamy yellows and pinks and flashes of brown. So this, I think, will be a lot of fun to use. I see this as a shawl or some fingerless mitts, some very dainty fingerless mitts. I don't know why. I think it's this yellow and the splashes of the hot pink. It just reminds me of like little garden gloves or something, like little lacy, you know, tea time gloves. So, all right. Like I said, I went a little nuts at 716 knits. I dropped a pretty penny in that little area of the marketplace because I was just flabbergasted and really enjoyed all the things. All right, so fiber. So this was the Man. All right. So let's go to Anne. Anne is actually the name of the colorway for this particular fiber. It is a pale aqua and this lovely soft yellow, and it just reminds me of like really great baby colors. And as I have a certain someone close to me that is a little bit pregnant, she's Stitches Please, you may know her. I saw this and I just thought of her right away. So I think when I spin this up, I'm going to separate the blue and the yellow, and I'm going to spin them separately and then ply them together so I have this blue and yellow barber pole. And it'll come out probably like a nice soft green, very pretty, I think, for a girl or a boy. But she's not going to be able to do anything with it because it's Polworth and it's 100% Polworth. So yeah, you can't really wash it. So I'll have to do something pretty that doesn't get dirty. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll figure something out because I love it, and I thought of Courtney when I saw it, and babies, and that's just what I think of. All right, and the last part, I went a little bag crazy too. The very first thing I purchased at Zombie Knit Apocalypse was one of the zombie tote bags, one of the zombie totes that Amy's mom made, because I was jealous. When I got there, I kicked myself because I didn't buy one of these ahead of time. And I just thought, you know what? I need to get me one of those. And she only had two to buy at her shop. So, and it's really neat. It comes, like, my fabric on the inside is black and white zigzags, which is so totally cool. I love that. And then what's really nice is I got my little zombie keychain, which I love keychains, so I have that in there too. I think that was a nice little touch. And the little tab that it sticks to is one of the little mascots, and it says SZK. I think that is so awesome that it actually has that, and I just love the bag, and I'm so glad that I was able to get one. So yay. All right. So that was my Zombie Flash Your Stash. For other knitting game things, well, I don't have anything in progress. I don't have anything finished because I finished my Vittoria. This is the Vittoria. A couple weeks ago, and you guys saw that. Oh, did it? Yeah, I guess I did show you this one the last time we recorded. And I do have the Exotic Drape Ruffle in timeout, but I can't start it until I get some other things off of the needles. So moving right along, let's get to the other stuff. So for knitting, we were having, or I was having, an oldest sock knit along, which closed out on the 31st. So this is the first show after the knit along close. So I will now draw for the winner of the knit along, and what you will receive is one of my experimental large bags. This is an in-between size between my normal medium bag, which is great for socks and things like that, and maybe small baby sweaters, things like baby items and socks, smaller things. So that would go in a medium bag. And my extra large sweater bag, which obviously holds like a sweater's worth of yarn, your pattern, everything you could, your project, everything. This is an in-between size. So this is going to be good for maybe a tank type project or a shawl or something of that nature. So here's the bag, and I'm also going to give like a little notions pouch to go with it. And it comes with a handle. So that is the prize for the winning of the knit along. Alright, so the first post in the thread was mine, and there was a total of 15. So I'm going to randomly generate a number between 2 and 15. So let me get this set up, and I hate dead air, so I'm going to keep talking while I plug 2 and 15 into my phone. Alright, so true random number generator from random.org. There we go, 2 through 15. Alright, so I'm going to generate, And the random number is 10. Hopefully you guys can see that. Probably not because I'm sitting down. But number 10 is Noonie Knits, yay! And she did the Legolas Everyday Milkwood socks. They were started March 2nd, 2013. They were finished June 29th, 2013. And they are this really nice green, like shades of green, variegated green. Not, and what's neat is they're not self-striping, but the way that they pool, they kind of spiral up. So, Noonie Knits, let me know what your address details are, and I will get you out your bag prize post haste. So, thank you everybody for playing along and doing the knit along. And my contribution to the knit along are my Bainbridge Island socks. These are the socks that I started last year. The yarn and the needles were purchased at Church Mouse Yarns and More in Bainbridge Island in Washington. And I started these on the ferry coming back from the island. I still have to weave in my ends, but they are completely off the needles. Heels are finished. And they're just little anklets. I have a ton of the yarn left because I just wanted to finish them, so I stopped. So, yay for finished objects. So I have a finished object, and they were my socks. I've also got a hoe, and the half object here is my Don't Cage Me In socks by Heather from Highland Handmaids, and this is Highland Handmaids in the Unforgettable colorway. I won the yarn from Heather. So this is just 2 repeats of the cage pattern. So they're kind of shorter socks, but not quite anklets. And then I did about 2 inches of 1x1 rib. And that's awesome. And I am almost finished. Here's the second sock. So as you can see, I am almost finished with this. The last time recording that I recorded, I had only gotten through just part of the first repeat on this sock. So you can see in 2 weeks, I've kind of cranked out here. I've become very attached to monogamous knitting. It's working out very well for me. So those were my Don't Cage Me In socks. Let's see. Stash. Alright, so I had an unexpected surprise come in the mail. Remember back in March, the 3 Irish girls decided to change up their business model, and instead of selling direct to consumer through the website, they are only selling now through wholesale to shops, yarn stores, where you can get your 3 Irish Girls. Well, I was part of the 3 Irish Girls Stash Menagerie Club, and I was refunded my final club fee, I guess, because they weren't going to do the club anymore. So before they quit selling to individuals, I hurried up and placed an order, and I finally got it last week. So this was ordered back in March, and I completely forgot about it. So when it came, it was such a happy surprise. So the first thing I have, this is the McClellan Fingering, which is 65% merino, 25% bamboo, and 10% nylon. It's 410 yards, and this is the Bellini colorway. So it is, for the most part, this creamy color, but here and there you just have these soft blushes of pink, and it reminds me of pink-tipped cream roses. And there's like maybe a little bit of peach in there too. I don't know if you can see that. But what I'm going to do with this screams shawl to me. And because of the bamboo, it's going to have such a very nice drape. So that is the Three Irish Girls McClellan fingering in the Bellini colorway. And then my other purchase was just plain fun. So this is Three Irish Girls Adorned Sock in the Everlasting Gobstopper. Now, if these aren't just the most brightest, cheerfulest colors, I don't know what is. It's very awesome. And I was thinking, oh, I'll do socks out of this. No, not with these colors. These colors, they can't hide on my feet. They need to be up and about. So I'm really digging like the Vittorio, even though it's a shawlette, it's more like a little decorative scarf. So I'm going to do something like that with this. I like the shawlettes, but they're really scarf type things. So that's what I'm going to do, something like that with this. Because I want to see all those happy, pretty colors. I just think that's awesome. So that was my surprise last week, which made me feel pretty good. Alright, so let me tell you, when I finish up these Don't Cage Me In socks, the only things I have left on the needles are my Rocky Coast cardigan and my Downton Abbey Mystery KAL from Jimmy Bean's Wools, the gauntlets. So guess what I'm going to be working on next and knocking out? That's right, I'm going to be working on both, because here's the thing. I can't cast on another project until I get these two finished. And I have to have knitting with me at all times, because if I don't, I hyperventilate and I go a little crazy. So I need to have the gauntlets with me because they're small. The sweater, it's not portable. It is, but you know, that's going to be in the house, sitting in the house knitting. It's the sweater. And then the sweater, I did work on it at the Knitpocalypse, but I haven't worked on it since. And I think it'll go pretty quick. Alright, so I might have a sweater by October. Let's be honest. So I'd like to say that I'm going to have my Don't Cage Me In socks finished next week, but let's be honest, that's not going to happen either. I'm going to say 2 weeks. So I've learned. I think I'm growing. I'm learning. So I have almost knit to zero. Now I have other projects on the needles, but it's things like, but they're like infinite projects. The tube scarf with the sock yarn, you know, that I have on the needles, and I have other things that are caked up, but I haven't put them on the needles yet. So not all of my project bags are empty. I'm looking at the spot over my shelves right now. Not all of my project bags are empty, but they are very close. So in reality, I only have 3 projects on the needles right now. So this is different. I'm getting into some cool territory here with not having very much going at one time. So hopefully this little experiment that's taking forever will come to an end, and I will have a wonderful new sweater and a bunch of hand knit wonderful goodies, and hopefully I'll be done in time to be able to knit for Christmas, because that's coming up, folks. Yes, it's August. It's the first week of August, but let me tell you, Christmas is, for a knitter, right around the corner. So I'm starting to plan my Christmas knitting projects, and hopefully I can go fast enough. Alright, so for spinning, I still have my Into the World Sensa colorway on the wheel. My wheel is upstairs, and with my back, I'm not going to drag it downstairs, and I don't want to take the bobbin off. I'm not going to deal with that right now. Then we've got, I still have, so my art yarn here from the Sassafras bat from Hobbledehoy. This is the yarn, so I still have like half the bat left to core spin, so I'll have some more of that. And then resting right now, I have the Wild Hair Fiber Studio Faux Cashmere in the Sugar Maple colorway. And until it gets cooler, I'm not going to pull that out again, because I don't want my hands to get, it's like cashmere. It'll stick to everything, and I don't want to screw that up. The last thing I have is I do have some stash from Into the World. My shipment for last month came, and this is called Carth, and it's 80/20 silk merino, and it's just pretty greens and blues and aqua, you know, like aqua blue. Nothing, I don't know, this one's kind of not disappointing. It's just, it seems like there's been a lot of green and a lot of blue and a lot of aqua. I would like to get some reds and oranges, browns, you know, yellows, something like that. So hopefully, I don't know if I'll keep this one. I may go ahead and trade or sell it, just because it's just silk merino. It's not like it's Polworth and silk or something special like that. And the colors are kind of, I don't know. So, my time is not infinite. My time is short. I need to do what makes me happy. Now, I'm not going to waste my time on things that don't. So, that's a little profound for the end of the show, I think, probably. So with that, I hope you enjoyed today's show. It's kind of like I took my summer hiatus and I'm back for the fall season. And oh, it's so close. It is so close to fall. You can start to kind of feel the change in the air. There's a little change to the light. My leaves on my trees, the green is not as vibrant. It's starting to back off of the midsummer high. So I'm very excited because fall is right around the corner, and it is my favorite time of year by far. Oh, I just can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. All right, everybody. So until next week, I hope you have a great time, and I'll talk to you later and see you around and say hi. All right, guys. Bye.
Scissors.